The Panama Canal is more than just a waterway. It stands as a testament to human engineering and ambition, a marvel that has reshaped global trade routes and economic landscapes. It's a vital artery of global trade, a lifeline that connects distant economies and cultures, enabling the swift movement of goods across vast oceans. Connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, it slashes shipping times and costs, making it an indispensable route for international commerce. The canal's strategic location allows ships to avoid the lengthy and perilous journey around the southern tip of South America, significantly reducing travel time and fuel consumption. This makes it a strategic choke point, crucial for the flow of goods around the world. Its narrow passages and intricate lock systems are navigated by thousands of vessels each year, carrying everything from raw materials to finished products. For over a century, the canal has been a symbol of human ingenuity and international cooperation. Its construction, completed in 1914, was a monumental feat that involved overcoming immense engineering challenges and harsh environmental conditions. Its history is intertwined with the rise of globalization and the complex interplay of nations. The canal has witnessed the ebb and flow of global power dynamics, serving as a critical asset in both peacetime and wartime. Today, the canal faces new challenges. As global trade continues to evolve, the canal must adapt to accommodate larger ships and increase traffic. Geopolitical tensions and economic competition are putting pressure on its operations. The canal's strategic importance makes it a focal point for international disputes and negotiations. The recent legal battle over port concessions is a stark reminder of the high stakes involved. Control over the canal's operations can influence global trade patterns and economic stability. Understanding this struggle requires delving into the canal's history, its economic impact, and the geopolitical forces at play. The canal's story is one of ambition, conflict, and cooperation, reflecting the broader trends of global development. The Panama Canal's importance to global trade cannot be overstated. It serves as a critical junction in the network of global shipping routes, facilitating the efficient movement of goods between continents. It facilitates the movement of goods between Asia, the Americas, and Europe. The canal's ability to handle a diverse range of cargo types makes it a versatile and essential component of international logistics. Everything from oil and gas to manufactured goods and agricultural products passes through its locks. The canal's capacity to accommodate large tankers and container ships ensures that vital resources and commodities reach their destinations efficiently. This makes the canal a linchpin of the global supply chain. Its smooth operation is crucial for maintaining the flow of goods that underpin the global economy. Any disruption to its operations can have ripple effects throughout the world economy. The canal's role in global trade underscores the interconnectedness of modern economies and the importance of maintaining stable and efficient trade routes. As we look to the future, the Panama Canal will continue to be a vital link in the chain of global commerce. Its ability to adapt to changing demands and overcome new challenges will determine its continued significance in the world economy. Innovations in technology and engineering will play a key role in ensuring the canal's efficiency and sustainability. The ongoing efforts to modernize and expand the canal are a testament to its enduring importance. The Panama Canal is not just a marvel of engineering, it is a symbol of international collaboration and shared progress. The diverse workforce and the cooperation of nations involved in its operation highlight the global nature of this critical infrastructure. In the quiet of the night, as ships pass through its illuminated locks, the Panama Canal stands as a beacon of human achievement and a vital artery of global trade. Its legacy and future are intertwined with the story of our interconnected world. In 1997, Hong Kong-based CK Hutchison Holdings Limited secured a coveted prize, a 25-year concession to operate 2 ports at the Panama Canal. This deal was a major win for the company, granting it control over strategically important infrastructure at one of the world's busiest shipping routes. The Panama Canal, a crucial artery for international maritime trade, connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, making it a linchpin in global logistics. The concession allowed CK Hutchison to handle cargo, collect fees, and develop the port facilities. This meant that the company could not only manage the day-to-day operations, but also invest in the modernization and expansion of the port infrastructure. The economic impact was significant. The ports under CK Hutchison's management saw a surge in activity, becoming pivotal nodes in the global supply chain. The increased efficiency and capacity of these ports attracted more shipping lines and businesses, further boosting their economic output. The ports became major hubs for transshipment, with goods arriving from one ocean, being unloaded, and then loaded onto different ships for their onward journey. This transshipment activity not only streamlined global trade routes but also reduced shipping times and costs for many companies. This activity generated jobs, investment, and revenue for Panama. The influx of business led to the creation of numerous direct and indirect employment opportunities, from dock workers to administrative staff, and even local businesses that catered to the needs of port employees and visiting ship crews. The deal was seen by many as a symbol of Panama's growing role in global trade and its attractiveness to foreign investment. The successful management of the ports by CK Hutchison showcased Panama's potential as a reliable partner in international commerce, encouraging further investments in the country's infrastructure and economy. However, the concession also raised eyebrows. Some local stakeholders and international observers were concerned about the implications of such a significant foreign presence in a critical national asset. Some critics questioned the terms of the deal, arguing that Panama had given away too much control over vital infrastructure to a foreign company. They feared that the long-term interests of the country might be compromised in favor of corporate profits. Others expressed concerns about the potential for monopolies and the impact on competition. The dominance of CK Hutchison in the port operations could potentially stifle competition, leading to higher costs for shipping companies and ultimately consumers. Despite these concerns, the concession remained in place, and CK Hutchison continued to operate the ports, expanding its presence and influence over time. The company invested heavily in port infrastructure, enhancing capacity and efficiency, which in turn solidified its position as a key player in global maritime trade. The long-term benefits of these investments were felt not only by CK Hutchison, but also by the broader Panamanian economy, which saw sustained growth and development as a result of the enhanced port operations. The year 2025 brought renewed scrutiny to CK Hutchison's port concessions. This scrutiny was not just a passing glance but a deep dive into the legal and constitutional implications of the agreement that had been in place since 1997. Panamanian legal experts raised concerns about the constitutionality of the 1997 agreement. These experts, well versed in the intricacies of Panamanian law, began to question whether the agreement had been in the best interest of the nation. At the heart of the matter was the question of whether the concession violated Article 3 of the Panamanian Constitution. This article is a cornerstone of Panamanian sovereignty, outlining the inviolable nature of the nation's territorial integrity. This article states that the territory of Panama includes its territorial waters, islands, and the Panama Canal. The canal, a vital artery of global trade, is particularly significant, symbolizing Panama's strategic importance on the world stage. Critics argued that the concession effectively ceded sovereignty over a portion of Panamanian territory to a foreign entity, violating the Constitution. They contended that such an arrangement undermined Panama's control over its own land and resources. The legal challenges sparked heated debate within Panama. Parliament sessions became battlegrounds for fierce arguments, while the streets filled with protesters demanding the annulment of the concession. Proponents of the concession argued that it was a legitimate business agreement that had brought economic benefits to the country. They pointed to the increased trade, job creation, and infrastructure development that had resulted from the agreement. They argued that the Constitution did not prohibit foreign companies from operating infrastructure within Panama as long as the country's sovereignty was respected. According to them, the agreement was a mutually beneficial arrangement that had been misinterpreted by its critics. Opponents countered that the concessions went beyond a simple business agreement, arguing that they represented a threat to Panama's national interests. They believed that the presence of a foreign company in such a critical sector could compromise national security and economic independence. The historical context added another layer to the debate. The Panama Canal, constructed in the early 20th century, had long been a symbol of national pride and sovereignty. The 1977 Torrijos-Carter treaties, which transferred control of the canal from the United States to Panama, were seen as a hard-won victory for Panamanian self-determination. In light of this history, many Panamanians viewed the 1997 concession as a step backward, a relinquishment of the hard-fought control over their most valuable asset. The debate was not just about legalities, but about the very identity and future of the nation. The international community watched closely as the legal battle unfolded. The outcome would have significant implications not only for Panama but for global trade and international business practices. The stakes were high, and the world waited to see how Panama would navigate this complex legal and constitutional challenge. As the legal proceedings continued, the nation remained divided. The courts would ultimately decide the fate of the concession, but the debate had already left an indelible mark on Panamanian society. The specter of unconstitutionality loomed large, a reminder of the delicate balance between economic development and national sovereignty. Adding another layer of complexity to the legal battle was the growing geopolitical rivalry between the United States and China. The United States, which had long considered Panama within its sphere of influence, viewed with suspicion China's growing economic footprint in the region. The port concessions, operated by a Hong Kong-based company with close ties to Beijing, were seen as a potential security threat. U.S. officials expressed concerns that China could use the ports for military purposes or to exert economic pressure on Panama. They also worried about the potential for espionage and the theft of intellectual property. These concerns were amplified by China's growing assertiveness on the world stage and its ambitions to become a global maritime power. The U.S. government urged Panama to reconsider the concessions, arguing that they posed a threat to regional stability and U.S. interests.